Alright, so these are the new tyres on the 350D's front wheels. I think they look really good. These are the old tyres, but these ones will match the exactly same design and tread pattern as the rear. It'll just be all matching, it'll just look better. So I'm ready to put them back on. They're holding air, so let's see. I mean, the guy said at the shop, if they do go down, buy 2 tubes. We already got one, but buy an additional tube and send them back, and they'll do it that way, which is basically what my brother said as well. But he said he's pretty confident that they will stay like this because the guy grinded down the metal rust real smooth, so it should be fine. I'm excited to put these on right now. Alright, so the tyres are here and I'm about to put them on the front wheels. They will match the back. So as you can see, I've got the front jacked up on some pieces of wood. I've got some new side plastics as well, but I'll show you all in a minute once it's out in the light. But first, I'm going to put these wheels on. I'm very excited to put them on actually, and we'll get there. Alright, so here's another update on the 350D. Now, as you can see, tyres on the front look great. Brand new. They match the same as the back. In fact, they go in the same direction as well. So you can see that these chevrons go up. And same with these, they go up. So they're exactly the same. The only difference is the 2 rear tyres are made by Duro and the 2 front tyres are made by D-Stone. Other than that, they're exactly the same. Same size, everything. Anyway, they look great. Also, the side plastics are on. Obviously, on all of these old 350s and 350Ds, the plastics fell off. You'll be pretty lucky to find an original one with its original side panels on. These are just reproduced ones, but they work fine. They're a bit loose because the plastic here's cracked, but it's bolted on. But I had to write on, off, and reserve because, well, I always just have it on reserve, but there's off, there's on. A friend of mine in Ireland has an original panel and he sent me a picture of what it would look like, and on the original ones they have engraved writing on the plastic, so I just copied that and wrote with a pen. So there's that, and then this one's a bit better, he's a bit better, but very windy. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. I've just, you know, when it first came to this place, it was good, but well, it was all right. But I've upped the value on this specific quad bike significantly. I mean, the racks alone, you believe it or not, the front and rear rack, hard to come by. They increased the value of this machine significantly, mainly just because it makes the vehicle practical. You know, they're supposed to have racks. When I got this, both of them were missing, so this one came first, and then I got this one after. It's missing this little door here, I know. That's one other thing I wouldn't mind getting one of it one day, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to find one. But you can see that these are the little, these little like teeth on the metal is where they connect to. But yeah, side plastics is back, so it looks better with that. Front tire, because these are the old tires that was on the front. These, they've got a bit of water in them because they've been stood outside. But these are the tyres that was on the front of it. And you can just see, if I pull it up against it, that's what it would have roughly looked like. Which is okay, but personally, in my opinion, these are just much nicer looking tyres. But yeah, put these down. So there's the old tyres. So really, this quad bike is good to go. I mean, I'm not selling it, but like, you know, but like, so engine's been fully rebuilt, new clutches, new timing chain, valves have been done, piston rings, new valve seals, new oil filter, air filter, all of that. Frame is in good condition, no terminal structural rust. In fact, it's all still black paint, which is good, so that's been good. Front Rear and front differential are great. They still work fine. They got oil in them. I also got this exhaust. I think I said it in the last video, but exhaust cover separates the exhaust from the fuel tank. That's done. A new fuel filter as well. Cleaned up the fuel tank and painted the fuel tank because had a tiny bit of rust inside, but that's all right now. Brakes work fine. I've never even touched the brakes. They all work fine. The foot brake works as well, right down here. Front and rear brakes work completely fine. It goes for all its gears fine. It never used to go into its 5th gear when I first had it, so I had to rebuild the transmission. It goes into 5th gear now really well. Pulls really well. Battery came, a brand new battery came with it, so I don't have to buy that, so that saves a bit of money. But yeah, you know, front and rear rack, like I said, that's there, makes it practical. You can use them, put whatever you want to put on it. So this is the 350D, this is an 88 model. The other ones would be an 86, 85. Yeah, everything's all nice, no rust or anything like that. It's all, well, these don't really suffer too much from rust, really, unless you're snow plowing with them, which happens a lot in America, or you're in like a manure slurry farm, then yeah, that will kill them, but this is alright. So the only remaining things that I'm going to do to it is I'm going to put the fan motor back on. I need to straighten out a piece of metal that I bent, but I'll do it with some fire and straighten it out. And then I got a switch that I'll put on this handlebar, and that will turn the fan on whenever I want it to. So it's not, you know, it's just a bit of choice whether I can have the fan on or not. If you're going slow, if you're in 1st gear crawling along, you probably want the fan because there's an air-cooled engine. And then the lights, really. So this light works, this rear light works. This isn't even a light, that's just a reflector that someone put on. So this spotlight works, but it might want a stronger bulb. The bulb's pretty dull. But these 2 main headlights don't work. Well, the bulbs work, but the wiring, somewhere in the wiring's been damaged. So I need to sort that out. But other than that, lights in the fan, it works well. The fuel pump works. The only downside to this model, the only thing that I can think of that actually it can be a bit of a temperamental for this model, is the fuel pump. Other than that, they're dead reliable. But my fuel pump's been fine, so I've been lucky on that. So yeah, it's a bit muddy, of course, but you know, it's presentable. Maybe one day get this pink paint off one day if I can. Some of the scripts off a bit, but yeah. Seat should be grey to match the Foreman. This is a Foreman, so the plastic's grey, so it's a red and grey colour scheme. The early ones are 4 tracks, so it'd be black, plastic and red. So really that's a 4-track seat, not a Foreman seat. Well, it's a Foreman seat, just to cover. All you do, it's quite simple. All you do is lift the seat off, which I can't do with one hand. Give me a minute. Yeah, there we are. All you do is just undo these staples, these copper staples, and then just put a new bit of fabric on, but I ain't gonna bother with it, I don't care. This is where the original toolbox would have been from factory, that's long gone. So yeah, that's the cover. It's a bit vibraty, but yeah. Fuel tank looks fine. Everything's alright on it. It all works very well. Good quad bike. Sure, it lacks the power of newer ones, which a lot of newer quad bikes are like, you know, 700cc to 1000cc, somewhere around there, but it's just still a very good torquey little machine. It's really well. But yeah, that's the update. You ain't gonna find the original covers here that go on this grey bit. You just ain't. And if you do, someone will want probably like £80 for it, and that's dash is a bit cracked here, which I can only imagine is why someone put this plate here to strengthen it up. This one's plastic welding, which plastic welders are really cheap actually. All you do is just put hot, it melts the plastic, puts a piece of wire in it, so it strengthens it up. That'll look better with it, so I can get rid of this little aluminium plate. That'll look better without that. But plastics really aren't too bad in this. There's a few cracks here and there, but not too bad. But yeah, that is the 350D. I'll let you know when I sort the lights out and the fan motor out at a later date. But yeah, we'll see. Just one last thing before I end the video. I've just noticed that it's actually a bit easier to steer rather than those sort of fatter tyres. They're the same size, but these were quite hard to steer. But these are a bit easier to steer, I suppose. I don't know, the pattern, I don't know what it is, but that's just a bonus, you know, a bit easier steering. These can be a bit heavy steering if you're completely at a standstill, but yeah, pretty good.